Hey Capricorn, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is a weekly reading for June 1st through the 7th. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can find that link in the description box below. For the collective, today we're talking about Six of Pentacles in reverse energy, which is all about something being off with supply and demand dynamics in your life. There could be a need that's going unmet. I think that you're afraid to ask for something that you need from the person that you need it from, or vice versa. Someone else is afraid to ask you for something that they need from you. Yeah, so what's the challenge here for Capricorn? What's the energy for Capricorn to be working through? Two of Cups. So the dynamic is between you and a significant other. Probably a romantic connection. This could be someone else significant in your life. Like the main person in your life energy is what I'm getting. There's a really strong commitment between you. A bond that can't be broken. You may feel as though asking for what you need might test that bond, and you're not willing to put that at risk. Let's see Capricorn's focus. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse, which is someone who is looking straight at the point and refusing to see it. Ignoring signs, ignoring an awareness. It's like, how do I put this? You feel as though if it's not explicitly said, then you have every right to pretend like it doesn't exist. There's something that you're refusing to acknowledge, refusing to believe. You're like, no, that's not the way this works. I'm also getting like in this household. I don't know, maybe some of you are considering it that way. Like your household is your sanctuary and you get to create the reality of your sanctuary. And the outside world might have different facts, but in your household, you won't allow this to be true. Okay, so show me what led up to this in the recent past. Four of Cups in reverse. This is finally accepting something or acquiescing to someone's request. There's one of you in this dynamic has really wanted something and made bids for connection or requests to participate in something that this one person enjoys and loves very much and wants to include the other one in, but the other one, probably you, I think you've been the one resistant. Like, I'm not feeling it. That doesn't feel like me. Please don't force me. And they didn't. They didn't force you. You eventually came around or decided to admit to yourself that they were your priority and their happiness meant more to you than avoiding this thing that you didn't want. So you went to them and said, that thing that you've wanted, I'm open to it. Let's do that. Let's see the higher self perspective. Show me how Capricorn's spirit support team is viewing all of this. Hierophant in reverse and the Chariot in reverse. So we have two major arcana cards being upended, the energy being, I want to say, stymied. The Chariot in reverse is a lack of movement due to a lack of alignment. The Hierophant in reverse talks about uprooting something that has felt like a permanent institution in your life, or completely throwing out the rule book on the established way that you're, like the rule book that you've been following in life, your code of conduct. It feels like on a personal level here, not like breaking the law or being a public, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, maverick or something like that. You're not trying to start a revolution, which the Hierophant in reverse can indicate that. So the way that I read, I just try to like rule out the most common interpretations, and what I'm really left with here that is resonating quite strongly when I tap into your energy is this personal revolution, this like you have had rules for your life, and you're not just bending the rules or breaking the rules. It's like you're throwing out the rule book. I just keep coming back to that sense of it may happen differently for each of you in how this comes about, but it does come from you. You're not forced into it, and you don't feel pressured into it. You decide to make major shifts and major changes in something that has been a permanent part of your life. This could be changing careers. It could be moving from a place that you never thought you would move away from. It could be leaving a relationship or a marriage. Or it may just be, let me think of an example, because I really do think it's more like in your fine-tuning a dynamic that you have in your relationship. Okay, this is a bit more trivial than the energy that I'm picking up on, but it would be as though you've had a rule, no shoes in the house. And it's been something that's really important to you. You have really strong feelings and reasoning for this. And everyone who has been in your life, in your household, all along follows this rule, because you make damn sure of it. The way that your spirit guides are coming through is like, no, they're really freaking serious about this. So whatever it is for you, I'll use the example of the no shoes in the house. It's like you have a system. You provide everyone that's gonna come over to your house an orientation about this to make sure that there are no slip-ups, there's no mistakes. You have a fallback plan, like booties inside the door, so that someone can just step in and cover their shoes. You have like, it's just been this mainstay of a rule. And it would be as though someone with that mindset and so diligently sticking to that rule throughout their whole life, suddenly saying, you know what? I'm going to donate all of this stuff, or sell it, throw it away. I'm going to take down the list of rules at the door, throw out the little booty station. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about like booties, booties that you put on your feet. Like, I've seen like workers that'll come to people's houses with dirty work boots. They have these like fabric coverings for their shoes, and that's sort of the concept that I'm picking up on here. Is like no shoes in the house was so important to you that you went to the lengths of having like this dispenser where someone could stick their foot in it and it would cover their foot in like a little protective paper booty, so their germs and dirt and pathogens or whatever they're carrying around on the bottoms of the soles of their shoes would never touch the inside of your house. Okay. This is coming through so strongly. So maybe it probably is, that's the thing for some of you. And this might just be for like one person watching right now. My readings are tending to get pretty personal lately. Anyway, so it would be like deciding one day, you know what? I'm going to start wearing my shoes in the house. You only live once. Something must have happened to make this change. It doesn't feel arbitrary. It could be for someone. Okay. I'm looking back at the context of the spread here. We have needs not being met, afraid to ask for needs, something that you need. Yeah, here's the ending, the major shift. The world showing up in the near future. Nothing's going to be like it was before because you've thrown out the old rulebook. You are accurately deducing or sensing, intuiting that your life is changing. You're going through a season, a phase of your life when things just don't have to be like they were before. And I don't think you're going to extremes like taking that vibe to a degree of just throwing things out unnecessarily. I think that you're very in tune with what this is meant to help transpire in your life. You're welcoming and cooperating with the energy. So like in divine universal flow sort of thing. Refusing to see, refusing to acknowledge. I'm wondering if this is your partner who's going through this major overhaul and changing their outlook. It could be very upsetting or unnerving or like confusing to the partner of the person who has been so rigid and sticking to these rules, these ways of doing things, and them changing things up at this point, going through this big like paradigm shift. It could have the partner very worried and concerned, not knowing what this means for the partnership or the dynamic, wondering if their person is becoming like someone totally new. Like, I'm getting the sense of like, do I even know you anymore? There's still a very strong bond, though. The feeling of connectedness isn't changing. Show me... Excuse me. Show me what is going to affect the situation that comes as a surprise to Capricorn. We have the Emperor in reverse. This is the person in the relationship who has sort of taken on the more head of household or traditionally masculine role, deciding to take a back seat. You know, this could be because of some unforeseen life event that has changed someone's faculties or priorities. Anyway, this Emperor in reverse feels like, you know what, I was, someone, this might have been like, I'm getting military energy, like running the household like a tight ship. So someone might have been in the Navy or the Coast Guard, Merchant Marines. But this person is no longer such a dominant presence. And that's what's going to sort of set these dominoes in motion for this change in the dynamic to really unfold. They're still them. They haven't changed who they are. But it's like they're saying someone else can take the wheel for a while. I'm done steering this ship. Someone else can steer things. I'm deciding to be a passenger on this journey now. And I'm going to trust whoever is at the helm. And I'll trust and support and follow your lead, but I don't want to be the leader anymore. Show me hopes and fears. What is Capricorn hopeful for? What are they afraid of? Another Queen in reverse. Because remember, your focus was the Queen of Swords in reverse. Your hopes and fears is showing up as the Queen of Wands in reverse, which is, to me, really rings as lack of self-esteem, lack of verve. Not putting yourself out there because you don't want to worry about how people are going to receive you or not. You don't want to be scrutinized by other people. So now I'm getting the sense that this rule that's changing might have been about entertaining, bringing other people inside the house on a regular basis, because this feels very much like I don't have it in me to be the host, to be the entertainer, to turn on my charm for outsiders on a regular basis. I'd rather just pull that energy back in and reserve it for me and my inner circle. This could also be like a shift that occurs when someone retires and is spending a lot more time at home. Show me the end result that Capricorn is headed for. High Priestess in reverse. And the Empress in reverse here at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I think someone is probably the feminine character in the dynamic, in the relationship dynamic, is going through a metamorphosis. Pulling back, throwing the rules out, and saying, I'm going to reinvent myself. So this may be someone who is on the verge of leaving their partner, and it's been like life has been their way all along. Like they've run a tight ship and they have strong feelings and a system for doing things, and you sort of fit yourself into that system, and now you're moving, you're somewhere on the state within the spectrum of deciding that it's not working and actually breaking free from that dynamic. So that could be, for some of you, how this is manifesting in your life. And And I think the High Priestess in reverse could indicate for a lot of you that this is a shift in how you, how to say this, how you practice your spirituality. You may have committed to practice a certain religion when you got into a relationship. You may have converted to someone else's religion or been attending services along with them because it's important to them. And you're breaking free from that set of rules, deciding to do things a different way, so in a way that more closely aligns with what you feel to be true. I do like the symmetry that we have here with the Empress in reverse at the bottom of the deck and the Emperor in reverse showing up here as the surprising element. So this isn't necessarily parting ways from that person that's represented with the Two of Cups here. You may just both be each going through your own change, your own metamorphosis. The dynamic is definitely changing. What advice do we have for Capricorn? 5 of Wands and then the 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You have to go through the struggle to get to the victory. Don't back away from anyone who tries to make you prove yourself. Spirit's encouraging you to step up to whatever challenges are posed against you. Doesn't matter if... Here's the way that it's coming through, though, and this is an important distinction that Spirit wants you to hear. It's not that you have to prove it to them, but you need to stand up for yourself and not give in and back down. If someone says, well, why are you doing that? Give me your reasoning. We need to decide together whether or not this thing that you're saying is the way that things are going to be. It's not about convincing them. It's not about citing all your sources and being persuasive enough or using debate skills to prove to them and winning some sort of argument. They may frame it that way, but Spirit's saying that part doesn't matter at all right now. The reason why it's important for you to step up to the plate when someone says, I'm going to throw you a pitch, challenges you in some way, and they encourage you to engage with them and prove yourself. It has more to do with you not backing down, standing your ground, being willing to fight for what's important to you. Don't let someone bulldoze you. It's like you need to claim space for yourself. So however it feels natural to you to respond to someone saying, oh yeah, well, prove that I should do things this way, or prove that you're right, or it's in some way or some manner someone's asking you to prove yourself, or step up to a challenge, face a challenge to prove that you're worth it, or prove that you're right, or whatever. Spirit's encouraging you to stick to your guns, that the way that you want to do this is 100% valid. And whether or not this person ever gets on board is their business. Part of this system, this way of doing things that is changing, is even that intricate part of your dynamic where this isn't a group decision. This isn't up for debate. It's something that you are doing And that's that. So, making that clear is what Spirit wants you to do. When someone says, oh yeah, well, where did you get that information from? And we need to decide together what we're going to do about this. The way that you contend with that energy is by asserting your autonomy. That's the victory to be had here. That's the thing that you're going to celebrate on the other end of this. So, Capricorn, I hope that helped. Have a great week, and I'll see you back next time.